My father wears dress shirts like hothouse flowers, intricate patterns blooming across his chest in maroon and violet, or clean stems striped against white. I've inherited a taste for these kinds of shirts as if it were a quirk of biology, a gene for extravagance. I bought my first nice shirt with high school graduation money when I was 17, blue and green stripes with purple piping around the collar and sleeves. When I got home, I brought it to the kitchen and I told my father it was beautiful. It has long been my father's job to weigh down my excitement with heavy river rocks of sensibility. He pursed his lips in readiness, raised his granite eyebrows, and spoke from on high atop the kitchen stool. Beautiful? Men don't call their clothes beautiful. Not to be mean, I'm just helping you out. I stopped. My tongue was as long and as hard as the tongs my stepmother was using to toss the salad, just as useless. I tried to catch my brother's eye to see if my stepmother would look up, but he just shrugged and my stepmom continued to toss the salad. I stepped back. Don't you think I've thought about what men say? I'm a student of male speech the way I used to study Latin and the graffiti on bathroom stalls. Like the shirt, the word beautiful was a specific choice. Its colors move just on the side of flashy, but that is exactly how I like it. Beauty irrespective of its wearer, who is imperfect. I try the shirt on like I've been trying on man, and it doesn't fit as well as I expected, but sometimes it's beautiful. But men don't call their clothes beautiful. It's funny that this is what my father is teaching me, because although he tries, he can't always manage the right pronoun, calling me Kyle like he was talking about someone who wasn't there. I get my manhood in a bottle from Walgreens. That is not to say I'm a man because my testosterone comes in a bottle, that I've chosen to become a man by myself, with my own hands. This is something my father couldn't teach me. I started practicing injections on oranges like T-ball or training wheels. It takes approximately the same amount of force to puncture the skin of an orange as it does to put a 1.5-inch needle into your thigh. Less than you'd expect, but you still have to be able to do it in a single motion. It's a natural instinct not to puncture the body, but kids are drawn to danger, don't play with knives, matches, manhood, which is just as dangerous, but my mother couldn't train it out of me. When I did my first shot, I called an old friend on the phone to let her know. She told me she worried that this drug would change me. I could only reply that everything has changed. I'm not the same person I was when we had gone to school together. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. College is changing me as much as testosterone ever will. And when it is all over, I'm not sure whether I will be able to tell the difference between what I learned from books and what became written on my body like words. My body is changing, and I wonder when it will be still. My father pretends he isn't uncomfortable when he learns that I've started to shave. Gay men eye me in bars as if they can see a new kind of boy queerness that wasn't there before. I cheerfully learn how to sew because I am no longer afraid it will turn me into a girl. When I go home, my friends tell me that my new voice sounds good. I feel closer to my brother than I have in years. Not because we look more alike, because we have the same kind of 21st century bodies. My brother has a cochlear implant, a tiny machine that interprets sound waves for a deaf ear. We're all a little more technological these days, a little more cyborg, synthetic drugs and pills and hormones. But I can't tell how any of these have made us any less human. Being a man is just one way of moving through the world, an iteration of self that is as delicate as young teenagers in their first suits, and as beautiful as a Beatles' filmy exterior in iridescence that is blue and green and purple. Being a man is something I'm doing a little differently from my father.